Hey guys, welcome back. Obviously, this video is late, but we're still gonna react to the new Heroes Book 6 banner. I recorded this reaction the night it came out. I thought I'd be able to get the video out sooner, then I got busy, and now we're here. So, I recorded this new intro to replace the old one, and just to recognize that I know it's late. Okay, let's get on with it.
I will become stronger than any man alive.
Priam has Ancient Ragnall, grants defense +3, unit can counterattack regardless of foe's range. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 50, or bonus is active on unit, inflicts attack defense -6 on foe. I'm tempted to say that that is tame, right? Because it's distant counter, and then it really only has 2 effects on top of that, which is about in line with what we've been getting for distant counter weapons. I guess there are some exceptions, like Fallen Edelgard gets distant counter along with many other things. Speaking of Fallen Edelgard, he has attack defense ideal 4, he has no follow-up, and he has rouse speed defense 4. Rouse speed defense 4 is new, and it's probably pretty good on him. It synergizes with his weapon. I thought it was interesting that he does not have ether. Kind of calls into question whether or not he's really the descendant of Ike or not. Yeah, people have very mixed feelings on Priam. I think the implication is that he's like branded. I don't know if that's ever confirmed or not, but yeah, the idea is that he's Ike's descendant. And I mean, his voice actor is cool, I guess. I never really had strong feelings on him. I'm kind of neutral on the Ike shipping situation. But yeah, as far as this unit goes, he seems strong. The lack of like a perf special will hold him back a little bit compared to like Fallen Ike. But yeah, I think he'll be pretty good.
Hey, trifle with me and you'll live to regret it.
I think between Flavia and Basilio, I remember liking Basilio more. Because in Awakening, I feel like he does more stuff in the story, right? He like fights Walhart, and then there's actually like a pretty big plot twist, that revolves around him. I feel like Basilio is actually like fairly important to Awakening's plot, and it's kind of understated in retrospect. Anyway, Flavia's here. Lioness Blade, accelerate special trigger. I actually have not read this yet. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25, grants attack speed +6, and if special triggers, disables non-special skills that reduce. Okay, oh, that's interesting. So just straight up, she gets damage reduction negation, aside from special skills, which aren't very common at all, except for Fjorms, but that's only a distant special anyway. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25, if unit exists during combat, and if foe's HP is greater than 75, grant special cooldown charge +1 per unit's attack during combat. So she gets... Actually, she gets quite a bit. She gets accelerate special trigger -1, and she gets the cooldown acceleration as well. So she will proc lots of specials. What's really interesting about her is this new inheritable C-slot skill, Red Feud 3. If in combat against a red foe, disable skills of all foes excluding foe in combat, and inflicts blah -4 on foe. So it's basically like the isolation effect that Impenetrable Dark does on Remimond, but it's only for red enemies. During combat, disable skills of all red foes excluding foe in combat. So this is interesting. I feel like there's some very specific things you could do with this. Probably mostly on Aether Raid's defense. I feel like trying to utilize this on Aether Raid's offense will be a little tricky, just because, I don't know, when you have units on defense teams initiating on your offense units, like they're not usually getting granted a bunch of passive buffs. Usually they only have passive buffs if you're trying to initiate on them. That's kind of my experience anyway. I think on defense, this could be interesting because you could basically counter like very specific support units. Like, for example, if you have Flavia on your defense team and she runs up and initiates on an offense opponent, if they're being supported by Corrin and his refine effect that would usually grant passive buffs, that would get negated. So there's some very specific things you could do with these new feud skills. We don't know if they're exclusive to infantry or not. For now, I'm kind of assuming they are exclusive to infantry, but we have no way of knowing that. Flavia seems good. She has attack speed push 4, which is not surprising at all.
I'll be glad to take on any mission, no matter the odds. Better a grizzled veteran goes out in a blaze of glory.
Basilio is our demote. During the Fey Channel reaction, I don't know why I assumed he wouldn't be a demote, but yeah. So we actually have 2 new units being added to the 3-4 star pool, Miriel and Basilio. Basilio does not have a perf, which is tragic. I feel like he definitely deserves one. Spirited Axe, if bonus is active on unit, grants attack defense +4, and special cooldown charge +1 per foe's attack during combat. If I'm not mistaken, this is just a new huge fan plus. That's the axe that Groom Hinata had like a year and a half ago. So, underwhelming. That axe was already accessible from the Grail pool, so this is bleh. I think attack defense bond is... I guess you can get it from Rudger, but if you don't want to spend Grails for that, or if you don't want to waste, like, Rudger copies, then understandable. Rudger will get a refine eventually in, like, early 2023, so... But yeah, Basilio, not much to say about him. He is infantry, he's not armor. I guess that's worth clarifying.
My deepest wish is for everyone to both discover and obtain that which will make them happy in this life, holding on to it as long as they might wish.
Okay, Ash. She's an infantry, colorless beast, and let's just read her weapon, Horn of Opening. She's a light mythic, by the way. Accelerate special trigger. If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, grants attack +6 to unit, and inflicts attack -6 on foe. Grants the following effects based on the number of allies within 3 spaces. If there's more than 2, she gets a guaranteed follow-up. If there's more than 3, she negates foe's follow-up. And it looks like they have actually changed this base beast effect for infantry units, which is pretty interesting. So before, I'm pretty sure it used to be if unit transforms, grants attack +2, and deals +10 damage when special triggers. But now, it's deals +7 damage when special triggers, and a new effect neutralizes effects that grant special cooldown charge +X to foe, or inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit. So it's basically like that guard nullification effect that a couple of units have, like Joshua and like Ira, I think. And it seems like from now on, sorry, my voice is kind of getting scratchy now because like I said, I'm coming down from a cold, but yeah, it seems like all infantry beasts from now on will get this effect. And also, if any infantry beasts get refines, then they will presumably get this as well. So like Keaton will get it, Valoria. So pretty cool, and also a big deal because it implies that the other beast weapons will also get, I guess, like redos. We'll see what like the flying beast allies, flying beast units get, or like cavalry beast units get. It'll be interesting. She has attack defense unity, little attack defense, and opening retainer. Allies within 2 spaces can move to a space within 2 spaces of unit. Oh, it's 2 spaces, okay. When I first read this, for some reason I thought it was just like 1 space, like a space adjacent to her, but no. It's kind of hard for me to imagine how useful that will be in practice. Like, Peony's effect where she dances and then she grants like orders buffs to everybody, like that was a huge deal. And just looking at this, I can't really gauge whether or not that's like going to be a game changer in the same way. But I will be using her literally every single light match from now on because I Never got Dogger or Ular. In retrospect, I definitely should have suspected that this new Book 6 unit would be a light mythic. It seems super obvious in retrospect. I even start, like, in the days leading up to this, I was like, what if? Yeah, so it feels bad. I wasted a lot of orbs trying to get Ular and Dogger. But sometimes you just have to take massive L's in Fae, and there's nothing you can do about it. She also gets, like, joint drive attack on her C slot. I didn't really mention it. And that's basically it for the banner. And of course, there's also Miriel. Not much to say about her. She's an infantry blue tome with Blar, Lion. We have our new villain here. Speaking of the new villain, this is like the least what's the word? Impending? No. What's the word I'm looking for? Foreboding? This is the least threatening main book villain so far. I feel like when they first introduced like Fafnir and Freya and Hel and even Surtur, like immediately they seemed like pretty big threats, but this just seems like some guy. I don't know. Maybe that's just my impression from like his portrait art here, but yeah. We know he's a red flying beast, I'm pretty sure, because he can transform into a bird. So that's neat. Definitely, if you're trying to min-max it all, if you're trying to play optimally, then sparking for an extra copy of Ash is the way to go. I won't be doing that because, like I said, I've already wasted so many orbs trying to get light mythics. I don't want to spend any more. I'm down to 500 orbs. So, yeah. But she's a perfectly decent unit. I'm looking forward to using her. And, yeah. I would say, in general, I had like a better first impression of Book 5. Like the Book 5 trailer and the character designs for like Reagan, like it all blew me away. I was very impressed. And this is all very cool, but I'm not blown away in the same way, if that makes sense. So yeah, I guess that's it for this little mini reaction. I guess I'll go back to editing the Fae channel reaction now, and then I'll upload this tomorrow. So thanks for watching this video. I appreciate it. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, and we'll be back sometime soon, I guess, for the Christmas banner reaction. So look forward to that.